Welcome back to the live coverage of YCS Rimini 2016. The second time we're in Rimini for YCS.
Yep.
Third time in total.
Yeah.
After the amazing World Championship back in 2014. We're not going to be here next year for the World Championship, just in case somebody's interested, because we like the YCS right here. We are now in our round 4. That's the turning point of the day, so to speak.
Yep.
After that, we've made it through half of the first day. So we're quite excited to get there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Although so far we've had quite some interesting matches, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we're gonna continue as we started.
Right. Yeah. A quick look over the pairings was revealing that, of course, we got some high-profile players, some veterans like Joshua Schmidt being at the very top of the field. Umut Seren is still undefeated, and so on. A couple of these guys. But we have another player who's bringing zombies to the table this weekend.
Yeah.
And he's undefeated as well.
Yeah, a lot of strange things going on in this deck. I was reading it. I was reading it just as you were talking with the tech team now. He's playing the new Shiran Nuis.
It's Torben Wahl from Germany. I think he's from the area of Leipzig Leipzig. People know Leipzig. There was a YCS.
Yeah. So he's playing Dr. Frankenderp.
Mm-hmm.
Many people know Frankenderp. Personally, my favorite zombie. The Red Resonator, really good. The new Shiran Nui cards.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing the obviously Unizombie, which is probably going to be the main card of this really strong combo deck, and then various other level 1 tuners, Jet Synchron, Recover, and then a few cards in Gem that I don't know how to read.
Oh, which card? That's Scapegoat.
Scapegoat.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about this one?
We got a Resonator.
Synchron Resonator.
Yeah, I think the handwriting is really terrible.
Yeah.
It's not just the fact that he's well. Yeah, it is really terrible. I don't take that back. It is really terrible. All right. His opponent on the other side of the field is an Italian, of course. Marco Ferasin, who is playing Domain Monarchs.
Yeah.
Not that much to say about that, I guess.
No, many people know what Domain Monarchs do. It is what you get. There's a whole box that you're meant to use down here that you don't bother using.
Yep. That's the extra deck box in case you weren't aware, guys. Let's take a quick look at our metagame breakdown for the day, if we can bring that up for you guys. That is, I guess we can't. Well, in that case, we just have to go over it like that. We have 108 Domain Monarchs, making it the most popular choice of the weekend.
Lots of people playing Domain Monarchs. Not what I would expect, considering...
It's 1/8 of the field, roughly. It's not that many, but that is because we have a couple of categories, so we can really break it down for you guys there. So, of course, there's a big difference between Exceed Monarchs and Domain Monarchs, and so on.
Zulkan Monarchs too.
Second most popular deck this weekend is Phantom Knights Burning Abyss, followed by the normal Burning Abyss with just 70, and then we got Cosmo, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Pendulum, and Metal Foes.
Yeah, a lot of people playing Metal Foes, enough to get on our leaderboard of deck breakdown here.
Although, interestingly enough, considering that we only have 34 Metal Foes, it's surprising that the other category is still that long.
Yeah.
Because there's, I'm not 100% sure if this is correct. We do have some technical issues this weekend. This might not be working. But in any case, I think that the general tendency is correct, that Domain Monarchs is the popular deck. That seems to be the case. Okay, actually, we got a little sign. We might have to reload that whole thing. Give it another try. So let's see if we can bring it up now. There we go. Right.
Oh, well, that's,
this time with graphics. Yes. But even so, like, even if we say we got like 20 different decks, the first 7 that we see here, if you add them all up, they are not quite half of the field.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's 100% correct, because the other category should be lower.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, it's like we said, it's giving you a general idea of what the metagame looks like this weekend. That's definitely the case, that it looks generally like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get a better breakdown later on for you guys. And of course, we can also look at the different way that this has structured up. Like if we compare this to round 4, don't blink. You can see there was a tiny difference.
Small shift.
Yeah, a couple of people have dropped, of course, or the other categories down from 418 to 389. And 7 players that played Domain Monarchs, for example, did drop out of the tournament.
Yeah.
And throughout the day, we're going to see the development of this, and we're going to see which decks remain on top of the standings. All right, guys. With that, you have a good idea of what the metagame looks like. You should have a good idea of what these 2 players are going to be bringing to the table. So let's take you right there where they are getting ready for their round 4 feature match. All right, so we see Torben Wahl on the left-hand side with his trustworthy zombie deck, and Marco Ferasin on the right with Domain Monarchs.
Zombies.
Sorry?
Zombies.
Um,
He's playing zombies.
Marco is playing Domain Monarchs.
Yeah, no, but Torben's playing zombies.
Zombies play. Oh, did I say something else?
No. Just that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're of course correct.
Zombies.
I thought you were watching some horror movies in between the little break.
Well, Torben's hoping to bring a horror movie to the table here, and see a lot of uni-zombie abuse. Yeah. I've not seen this zombie deck. I've never played this variant of the zombie deck. But
So it's kind of hard to say.
but I know I know roughly what it does. It kind of makes you make multiple copies of Cyframe Lord Omega. Oh, one of my favorite cards. Hand Destruction. It's such a cool card. It's a -1, but
But it's such a cool
it's a cool
card.
card. Okay, so he discards Frankenderp, and I think that's Beast of the Pharaoh.
Yeah, Beast of the Pharaoh. Yes, it was. We just saw it for a split second before it disappeared from the app in the graveyard, where it will never return from. If it comes to our app, it might return to the field at some point,
Yeah.
but we cannot tell you the exact contents of graveyards actually.
Yeah. So
Marco is missing one card. There we go. But yeah, a card like card destruction, isn't it? Hand destruction, sorry. Isn't it good for your opponent that he can just improve his hand as well? Especially
Yeah,
when
if
he's
you-
playing a deck like Monarchs that tend to sometimes not draw into the most alive hand we've ever seen.
yeah, if you're kind of giving, he rearranged his graveyard. Yeah, he's kind of my judge Twitch. Yeah, so it's one of those cards where if you are so invested in getting your combo, then it doesn't matter what your opponent gets.
Right.
That's the idea behind hand destruction. So instant fusion. This is going to pick up now because he's going to be able to most likely get Norden. Do we see Norden on here? Yeah, Norden.
Yeah, he's
Most likely Norden.
and definitely some interesting choices here.
Yeah, so his Norden probably going to get back the beast. Yeah.
And how do you feel when you're the opponent and like
Well-
your opponent you're going up against a deck you don't know what he's playing. He plays something
Yeah.
like hand destruction, and then he follows it up with that. Are
Yeah.
you just gonna be like, oh my god, this is gonna be complicated?
Yeah, you're just well. I guess at this point you're 3-0 up. You're thinking to yourself, this guy's won 3 games. There's got to be something going on.
Yeah, how did this happen?
Yeah. There's gonna be something going on here. I'm trying to remember what Beast of the Pharaoh does. I'm pretty sure it does something when it gets sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon. Actually, I think it gets a special summon something. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, we will. It's not a problem. We
Yeah,
do
that's-
have technology on our fingertips. There we go. If this card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon, which is what happened just there, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower zombie type monster from your graveyard.
Yeah.
So the part of the disadvantage that he suffered from activating the hand
Yeah.
destruction has just disappeared because of that effect.
Yeah, and what's the name of this card?
That's a quick draw synchron, I think.
That's
or quick synchron.
Synchron Warrior or something. Yeah,
Something with Knick.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yep.
Let's just see if I can find that as well. Axel Synchron.
Axel Synchron. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember the name of it. So yeah, so he does
Synonyms.
one of the things that he wanted to do this turn, which was make a Cypher Lord Omega, but I kind of expected his deck to make 3 or more.
you were hoping for more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally, the way that this deck would work is you would play many Omegas as well as Trishula.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take basically all of your opponent's hand, and then they don't get to play because they don't have any cards in hand. But I don't think he opened very well. I mean, okay.
No. There's more
Hold
coming.
on. Yeah, wait, there's more. Here's the Soul Charge.
But wait,
This is going to get
there
back
is-
everything.
Yeah, your disappointment just suddenly disappeared
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
I didn't realize he had Soul Charge. Okay, so yeah, he just gets back. He's probably going to get 5 monsters,
So
if not at least 4.
So basically, if we were to rate this opening, it
Oh.
went from a 3 until up to a 7 or
Smashing,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So he's probably going to be able to do everything.
Everything.
Yeah, just because he's got everything. He's got everything. Yeah, so he's going to get Norden back. Norden's going to get back the Beast. So it's
Yeah. It's one of the important things about the instant fusion, right? That you can bring the fusion monster back.
yeah. So you can get Norden back and use its effect again, which is super important.
Yeah, because it's not just treated as a special summon.
No, it's a fusion summon.
It's treated as a fusion summon, yes.
Mhm.
Such a good card for
Okay.
such a low investment.
Tech Genus Hyper Librarian.
I've seen that card before, and at the German Nationals, for example, and it led
Was
to
it
a
in
deck
this-
out.
Yeah, was it in the Synchro Fusionist deck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So his opening is really good, actually.
Yeah. So he's leaving the Omegas there just so we can see the current progress.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't see he had Soul Charge. Wow, and he's got Desynchro as well. Which means he can do it. He just makes Trishula, takes a card, Desynchro, and then sync back into it.
So his opponent, Marco, is going to start without a hand.
Yeah, basically.
He's left at the moment with Edia,
that's-
Ether, and Pantheism. Monarchs. We
This
we
is
asked about that
fantastic.
earlier. What's it going to be like to start with 4 cards instead of 5 as a philosophical discussion? And it was quite interesting. Now we're not in the philosophical
Okay, so
discussion realm.
He drew like so many cards right now.
Yeah.
We're struggling to see. That's Resonator Call. It's to add a Resonator from his deck to his hand.
At what point do you, as an opponent, just fold and say
Now.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not pulling any punches today.
No.
Yeah.
These are the kind of decks that I like. So everyone's going to dislike that, but like I love decks like this because it takes so much skill to revise all the combos and be able to produce the combos from almost any direction. So it's like, yeah, it's amazing when you get someone who can do this.
And also,
And we get to see the Hyper Librarian.
can actually look at somebody just mentioned that on the chat, and that is correct. Torben Wahl, our featured player in this round, did play Eugen Hyde in his previous round and beat him as well.
Oh wow!
So
Yeah, here's a new card that's added to this whole kind of synchro deck that you're able to play, which is Stardust Charge Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Upstart Goblin. Oh well.
Just in case.
You can have as many life points as you want.
He's
but
really rubbing it in right now.
yeah.
There's a warning incoming for unsportsmanlike conduct, I think.
Yeah.
You cannot just summon 3 Omegas in your first turn and the Trishula and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So let's see. I wonder if he's able to get this last one. So that's the second summon from Ancient Fairy Dragon, which means he's not allowed to conduct his battle phase this turn, but he doesn't need to. That's a second Ancient Fairy Dragon. He's going to draw another card. I don't know what that is. There's a Synchron card that I don't recognize.
The other fun thing for me is, quite honestly, that our volunteer who is adding all the cards into the app, he's just given up. He's like, yeah, there's going to be more cards in his hand, but I'm just going to focus on the field because that's hard enough to keep track of. And I can't
Yeah.
blame him.
Oh, he's going to pitch Mizuki for Jet Synchron. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then there's the other Omega. Wow.
So much.
He gets to draw a card, and then Omega's effect. He's going to take away another card. So the last one here.
I tell you one thing. This Torben Wahl guy is not a very good cook because he's using way too much salt. Nobody's going to be able to eat that.
Okay, oh, Shiran Yui Solitaire as well. Wow, this is perfect execution of this zombie deck here. There's the Scapegoats. That's from the new movie
Yeah, I
pack.
know. It's one of the coolest card names ever because of the, Scapegoat. Everybody knows Scapegoat. And they just came up with something that is very
Yeah,
close to
so
it.
here's Trishula, and then he's gonna just play Trish, take a card, and then play Desynchro, play Trish again. Okay, so he has to revive.
And look at that
another
graveyard.
Zombie.
Look at that graveyard. There is like, what, 20, 25 cards
Yeah.
in there? Something like that.
Yeah, so he has to summon back a zombie here, but I don't think he has a target. So maybe he's not going to be able to. I like how the judge is just taking his hand there.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to struggle here because he might not be able to desynchro.
It would actually be interesting to see the other camera perspective from the side, where we can see
See the
what Marco
reaction
is really
of Marco,
looking.
yeah.
Because at the moment, what's happening on the field is actually, I think it's less important in a way.
Yeah.
It's more like, what is Marco making of this?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so there's Trishula again. Okay, takes that one, and then he's going to play Desynchro now.
He's really rubbing it in. There we go.
Oh, he doesn't look pleased.
Yeah, you see Torben on the left, who is shuffling through a pile of cards in his hand.
That's a Shadowfoil Desynchro, just to
there was
add
the
to it.
Desynchro, yeah, just to add to it. And Hyper Librarian is back on the field. And you can see
And
Marco is
swiftly-
not amused.
Yeah, swiftly going to be taken away from the field again for the Trishula. I like how Marco's looking at that one card.
He's
Like,
"Nah,
I got this.
boy." I'm not quite sure if that's what is going through his mind, but who knows? Oh, there's also another instant fusion in Torben's hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Synchro into a level 8. Yeah, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. I guess at this point you can trust that Monarchs are probably not going to be able to function with 2 cards in hand. So you can make some better, like some really strong Synchro monsters.
Yeah, but you did say that he should have shuffled up by now. Now he is. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well, I guess he was just seeing all of the information he possibly could about this deck.
yeah. No,
What's going through your mind right now when that's just happened to you?
like we did see a pretty blank stare from Marco. I think that is the correct reaction in such a situation. You're really like, oh, really? Did that have to happen to me in the feature match on top of all things? Oh, Torben is in high spirits.
Yeah.
The big question, not just the quick question, is of course how consistent this deck. I mean, yes, it just pulled off a great game 1, but that was mostly because of a one-off, because of the soul charge.
Yeah. The
Take
soul
that
charge,
card away, opening would have been less than stellar.
less than average. Yeah.
Yes. So one card made all the difference.
A single Omega is not impressive.
So let's see what Marco has in his side deck that can help him against this explosive opening.
Maxi is.
That is definitely an option.
But you have to know when to Maxi.
Yes.
You don't Maxi right at the start. You've got to Maxi kind of partway through the combo.
Well, basically,
so that you don't get decked out.
when the first Omega hits, right?
Yeah, you would chain it to first Omega.
Yeah, because you cannot risk losing the Maxi to Omega.
Well, but at the same time, if you chain it to the first Omega, then they just stop.
Yeah.
And then you've lost the Maxi, you lose a card from Omega, and then you're playing with 3 cards. Like, that's...
Yeah.
You kind of want to play it as they are forced to do one more special summon. So you want to play it just as they're about to do one more special summon, so you're at least on even advantage.
But then you risk losing it to the first Omega?
No, I think you play it before that. Yeah,
right.
before the first Omega, just before.
Yeah. So you really need to know how the opponent's deck is working, which is
Yeah.
even more annoying than having to know how your own deck is working.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen the 3 Maxi. What else is there? Vanity's Fiend.
Well, like if he gets Vanity's Fiend with
first.
March on the field or something, yeah, it's done and dusted.
So some options for him. And
Yeah.
Torben, of course, does have a side deck as well.
Yeah.
He's got a Forbidden Chalice, a Trapstun, Twin Twister.
Triple Trapstone.
Yeah.
That's
He's got a Kaiju. Yeah, a Kumongus.
Kumongus, yeah.
Yep. Scrap Dragon in the side deck, interestingly enough. Black Rose Dragon and Naturia Beast, all
Oh
cards
wow.
that are gonna go into his
Naturia Beast is a
extra
good
deck.
shout. Naturia Beast is a really good shout because you can just against Pendulum decks you just make that instead.
Yeah.
Don't do all the other stuff. Just make Naturia Beast.
It's very interesting to see that we've almost seen the entire deck of Torben Wahl in his first game, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think we didn't see an emergency teleport.
No.
Didn't make much of a difference.
No, we didn't see an emergency teleport. We didn't see a burial.
1-for-1.
Foolish.
A reasoning. I said there are still a few more cards.
Yeah.
Reasoning, of course, is gonna be annoying for the opponent trying to guess what's coming.
Oh yeah, well that's the reason you play reasoning in such a deck because you have such a wide range of levels.
Right. Okay, let's see. Marco's gonna. It's definitely gonna go first. There's no question about that.
Yeah, you have to go first. The thing is, he's playing Domain Monarchs, so if he manages to get Domain established, then that's kind of it. Actually, he's can't play any of his cards.
Oh my. Yeah, and you can actually tell by the body language he's not amused. He's not happy in the least, and I can perfectly understand that. Is he trying to bluff? Like, oh, I might have ancient fairy dust or something like.
Ancient Fairy Dust.
Yeah.
That would be a magical card.
That would be yeah. But no, why would you stop your opponent like after he drew and be like, oh no, wait a second, I might want to activate my trap card, or
Yeah.
maybe I don't.
That's a tough hand to play out of.
And that's
Marco here.
that's the weirdest thing, that the Monarch deck is now the one that is
Yeah.
bricking,
Yeah,
as
and
people like to call it.
Mizuki here is just gonna go in. I guess yeah, he's kind of not opened too great this time around.
No,
Open the soul charge again.
Both players. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does have a soul charge. Does have-
Marco here playing reasoning. Yeah, so Marco can do something now at least.
That's interesting. Have we ever seen reasoning in a Monarch deck?
Yeah, it was played a little while back.
Did
But
end
it
up in
wasn't ever a huge thing.
Right. So Torben did guess correctly.
Yeah, it makes no difference here really. Wait a minute, why? I don't understand. Why didn't Marco could have played Domain, reduced the level of one of his Monarchs, then played Stormforth, and then tribute summoned something, which would have made Domain active.
Is it Stormforth face down?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we don't have it on the app, but you saw him setting it.
Yeah, Stormforth's face down.
Oh, in that case, that's extremely confusing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Like, yeah, he doesn't have a follow-up, but still.
Yeah, it's still better than nothing.
Yeah, I guess you know, maybe he chose to retain it for when this exact situation came up, when his opponent started producing some of these synchro monsters, so he could get rid of them quite easily.
Yeah, but the big question is isn't it then gonna be too little, too late?
Yeah. Even just Majesty's Fiend, he could have Stormforth Majesty's Fiend.
Yeah, let's bring up his
Just
hand
a
again.
single tribute monster.
We're not quite sure. At least the app is not quite sure what's face down. But
Yeah.
if it's Stormforth,
I thought it was Stormforth.
Yeah.
I may be wrong. I mean, the longer you wait here, I mean, the whole point of this deck that Torben has made is that you should be able to win with the 5 cards you are given at the start of the turn. So for every one more card that he gets, he's just able to, really go to town. And at this point, even doing Stormforth Vanities, Stormforth Majesties isn't going to work because he's got Omega on the field. He's going to be able to continuously just Omega is here, and it's here to stay, and
yeah,
you can never Stormforth it
not
because
gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, you can never Stormforth it because it will always just run away with its effect. So yeah, this is a really strange position here. I mean, Torben played that first game out absolutely fantastically. Did his combos as he was supposed to do.
Wasn't that much that he could do in the second game?
No, I think he's
still ahead.
Yeah.
So
at the moment, at least.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to ask him what he went up against so far.
Yeah.
And how much of a problem it is for this deck that you might not draw into the most consistent hands.
I think that was a one of the domains. He's got double domain in hand.
Yeah,
so-
he's got double domain, Testalos, and Majesty's Fiend.
Yeah.
Prior to that, banishing effect, and like you said, one of
Yeah.
the domains went
So during the end phase, the
went missing.
Norden. Wow, he drew Kuraz. This is not great.
Less
Not great
than
for Marco
ideal.
here. Less than ideal, yeah.
Yeah.
He's really struggling here.
Yeah, he's sitting in a really, really bad position. We have, of course, seen that before, that
He's attacking with a glow-up bulb.
and it's funny that you suddenly see
Oh,
players saying,
double chalice for game. Wow, okay.
that's just rough. I mean, like, how does that happen?
I've never seen anyone play
No,
double
no,
chalice for game
yeah,
before.
yeah, please screenshot that. And Marco is just happy that it's over at this point, I think.
I don't understand. Marco could have stomped forth Majesties.
Yeah, it's definitely better
Are we
than
missing something?
not that I'm aware of, because at the beginning there was just a Mizuki and nothing else, and on the field for Torben.
Yeah.
And the big question is, like, why is that not better than doing nothing? Because just basically Torben was goldfishing that second game.
Yeah.
But one of the best suggestions was basically the player was just tilted after that first game.
Maybe.
He was super surprised.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to talk about that match some more in our post-game discussion. So don't go anywhere.